from the French club Arles, but never made the grade there. Here he is, Algerian international, born in France and Calabria. Hernandez. Trying to get to the return, well seen by Delict, who steps out, blocked that gap. Good ball playing centre back. That's a fine pass as well by Ramsey to Cuadrado. Ronaldo's come to the right hand side. Back it goes to Aaron Ramsey. And his shot's blocked by Dybala, who's offside.
Some really good intricate play. They move the ball so very quickly. Clever from Ronaldo as well, just knocks it through the legs of Benacer, and then unfortunately into the back of Dybala.
When we get the second stage of the winter break in the Premier League ends to Wolves. Good game for you, 7:15 on 1HT. And ultimate, and then Saturday Southampton against Burnley. Burnley win that, I think that's the end of their relegation fears. Southampton will be right back in it. On the other hand, Saints could draw. Sean Dyche's team back into the mire. It's certainly going to be very close. Half a dozen teams down there at the wrong end in the Premier League. Dybala. Çalhanoğlu, gifted player. Ibrahimovic was in favour of this stag to break. Let's just have a look at this skill again from Dybala.
Gets around Theo Hernandez rather well. Winter break. Not really. If you're going to do it properly. Otherwise, don't do it at all. Seems a half and half, doesn't it?
Certainly the fans don't have a winter break, has been mentioned by others. Their football. Certainly the fans don't have a break, has been mentioned by others. Their football. That's offside. Ibrahimovic came from the advanced position. His second spell, of course, at the club. Scored now in 4 decades. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That's remarkable.
16 years ago, it was the first time. That's a long time to have a rivalry.
Wow.
Two great players.
De Ligt. Desilio. Bonucci was signalling to Desilio to get higher up the pitch. Is Cristiano Ronaldo and Ramsey. That's for Matuidi, and is seen by Gianluigi Donnarumma.
It's actually a good pass. Matuidi just was back on his heel. Well, with this midfield, they get one of the three going forward. Whether it's Matuidi, whether it's certainly Aaron Ramsey, Pjanic will always sit there.
Zlatan, Calabria, Simon Castillejo. Just doubling up there. Here's Frank Cassio. We know he can shoot, and the fullback can stay forward. That's a decent effort and palmed over by Gigi Buffon. Good effort there by Calabria, who'd gone forward at the start of the move and stayed. Good effort there by Calabria, who'd gone forward at the start of the move and stayed up there.
Yes, he certainly did. Plenty of touches as well. No one around him. Took a couple to get it under control, but then he unleashed a decent shot. Unfortunately, straight at Buffon. He just does enough to palm it over.
That would have been to celebrate his 100th game. His last goal came in August of 2018 against Napoli. In that corner, Çalhanoğlu will flick back by Ibrahimovic.
intricate corner move, wasn't it? Back to Theo Hernandez. You think he's got 5 goals, and that's their top. Hence, Ibrahimovic is so to them.
Didn't sit there for Dybala. Clip on Pjanic, brought him down. The referee wants a word.
Kessie with the foul. He's surprised by Pjanic running beyond him. There's a shot earlier from Calabria. A decent strike. Might have just nestled underneath the bar if it wasn't for Buffon.
41 years of age now, Gianluigi Buffon. Milan goalkeeper back in the 60s. Dybala and Ronaldo. And was that a foul? Did Shilio just leave something in on Rebic, who's momentarily stayed down?
Now just started to give the ball away a little bit too often.
Momentarily stayed down.
Now just started to give the ball away a little bit too often. Juve starting to gain control. Rebic, I'm sure, is fine.
He's a referee who loves his yellow cards, but very rarely pulls out a red one. Only a couple this season. Those 14 games.
Look at the position Çalhanoğlu.
Romagnoli coming through Dybala. It's the previous one we were looking at.
So he did tread on his foot.
De Ligt. Good run from him again. Ramsey, good run from him again. When you see, sorry Tony, when you see him in this sort of form now, how did Arsenal let him go?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's his favourite position. A lot of the time I've seen him playing for Juve, he's trying to get the ball with the back to goal. That's not him. I think that third man running, he finds that space, does ever so well. Benacer got the wrong side, just got back in time.
Sandro is in the mix for this corner kick. So too, of course, Ronaldo. Yeah, got it away. Cilio has options, Quadrado being one of them. They're allowed to do that too easily. Pioli's infuriated. Dybala into Ramsey. Pjanic, a little bit shot shy. It's the 3 goals this season. This is his 30th game. Brazilian.
It's just about the first time we've seen him go forward as well, because normally he does like to charge down that left-hand side. Goes round a couple. It certainly is an attacker's challenge.
Alexandra, both of them 29. It is an ageing Juventus side. Pjanic with the free kick bent in. Safe hands for Donnarumma. Calabria, head up, promising. Which was allowed to get there. Can he get a little flick? I don't think there was a foul. I just think that Ibrahimovic had to get to the ball and didn't want to. He's a little bit sluggish getting there now. Çalhanoğlu more purposeful, and Ibrahimovic can find that sort of pass, and Rebic, the shot saved by Buffon. Well, you don't need to move quickly if your first yard's in the head. He knew what he was doing, didn't get there, but the pass was as accurate as it ever. Your first yard's in the head. He knew what he was doing, didn't get there, but the pass was as accurate as it ever was.
Absolutely right, just composure in and around the box. He's got it in abundance. Just surprised Çalhanoğlu didn't hit it first time. This was the opportunity.
That's 6-7 efforts now by the home side. Juve yet to test Donnarumma, really.
That's right, Juve certainly haven't started well. The last 10-15 minutes have been more in control, but certainly Milan will be delighted with their start. Opportunities at goal. And now seeing the best of him. Certainly has got plenty of athleticism down this left-hand side.
Ibrahimovic scored his man. Yellow card is brought out. So, missed the next game.
Ibrahimovic, the right arm goes straight into the face of De Ligt. And of course, Ibra, because he is so tall, when he does jump up, he's bound to catch your opponent higher up. This time, right in his face, De Ligt.
Half an hour played nearly. That gives them an hour with Ibrahimovic on a tightrope. It's a free kick.
Ramsey's scored 3 or 4 times and not even a free kick. Now, and Ramsey is just a little late. Hernandez goes down and he's got himself in the book. Well, cynical, no doubt.
Yeah, tripping.
Quadrado's trying to talk himself out of the book, I think, at that point.
I think the protest suddenly got muted, didn't they? De Ligt. It's Castillejo. Saw the run forward by Theo Hernandez, who's so progressive down the left-hand side. Rebic. Luckily had a good look at that. Quadrado.
Away. Theo Hernandez. So much it does like to get forward, does leave a gap or two behind him. Here we see all over him. Got to be careful. Certainly in and around the box. There's an arm. Don't want to be doing that too often.
In a semi-final, though, maybe need a little bit more for a referee to give one.
Yeah, I think so, but it's just a chance you don't want to take. Don't allow the opportunity of the ref to
give one.
Yeah, I think so, but it's just a chance you don't want to take. Don't allow the opportunity of the ref to see something that maybe not there.
Here's Rebic. Good combination on this left-hand side. Hernandez with the cross in.
Yeah, full of energy, aren't they, on this left-hand side? Certainly get forward well. Good attacking out. They're trying to find Ibra any time they can, but need slightly better delivery for the big man.
Ronaldo left it. Finished to Dybala, the cushioned header looking for Matuidi. Problem was there. Just.
You didn't see that very often. Matuidi seemed late, but didn't he? Calabria got back really well.
I thought he was early on, when he had that sort of shuffling run.
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to readjust his feet. He doesn't look quite right, does he?
You wonder if he's 100% fit.
Quadrado, Dybala. Dybala again. Tweedy came on for the last 13 minutes against Roma in the last round. in the side in the weekend league defeat at Verona. To Alexandro. It's a decent cross.
For all Juventus' neat and tidy play in the middle third, they haven't really asked too many questions of the Milan defence or goalkeeper Donnarumma. Pioli will be pleased with that part of his side's certainly effort tonight so far.
2 defeats in their last 3 for Juve, almost unheard of in recent years. Cuadrado. 2 defeats in their last 3 for Juve, almost unheard of in recent years. Cuadrado. Chilio stopped his run forward. Hernandez shielding it away from him. There's cross wires there between he and Cuadrado, the former Chelsea man.
Juventus really got that cutting edge up top. We don't say that too often.
Pioli, of course, was a former Juve player back in the 80s in a period where they won the Champions League, the World Club Championship and the League. He only played 35 games for the club in his 3 years. League is back with you with Napoli Serie A against Barcelona. It's a juicy tie, Tuesday 7:15, Tuesday 25th, and then on the 26th Juventus go to Lyon. Juventus go to Lyon, first leg of their time. Here's Ramsey. Cuadrado, they're just getting on top, Juventus. He's gone for goal, parried by Donnarumma, and it wouldn't quite come for Milan. Milan had enough red and black shirts there to get it away.
It's a good strike and a good save as well. Donnarumma gets a little fortunate. That's a war. Milan, excellent strike, bouncing, difficult for the keeper. Does make a very good stop.
Just going up through the gears. No one has won this competition more than Juve, 13 times. Holders of the Coppa Italia. No, they're on top here as Pjanic takes his free kick. Header away at the near post area by Hernandez. And Cuadrado, never a success at Chelsea. The minute he went to Juve, he looked a more accomplished player, the player that has played so well for so long for Colombia.
Yes, familiar surroundings. Of course, he was wonderful at Fiorentina as well, but back in Italy, certainly getting more game time now.
Off the bench twice is Ronaldo. Strong challenge on him by Calabria. 3 Juventus players ganging up on Castillejo. They're pinning Milan back inside their own defensive third at the moment.
Yes, they certainly are. They're keeping the ball well, and of course when they lose it, they're just hunting in packs to win it back. Milan can't get themselves out.
Bonucci, 400 games in his 2 spells. Cuadrado, Chilio on the outside. This is headed away by Romagnoli. Dybala. He's going to shoot, played into Ronaldo. It's offside.
Well, I think Ronaldo thought he was going to shoot as well. He's hit it really hard into him, bounced it before him. Cristiano Ronaldo coming back from an offside position anyway. And here, Calabria gets in a good challenge. A bit of fortune as well when it does come out, but Milan defenders were there. Slowly but surely, though, game seems to be turning.
Simon Chair. Cassette. Now Romagnoli. Tough man from... Now Romagnoli. Tough man from Anzio. Alessio Romagnoli. And that's it. So wanted it back. He's one of their summer signings, came from Empoli. Here's a free kick now for the challenge on Castillejo.
Well, that Castillejo felt that one.
It's not the first time they've dumped him out of the game like that. Really come out here for Hernandez. Ishino just got across to do enough and put him off, and Hernandez shot went wide.
Diagonal ball to Ibrahimovic and that side. Doesn't like to get forward.
Spent a lot of money in the summer at Milan, over 104 million. Recouped 60 million of that. It's a foul, is it, by Dybala? It is. Just caught his man a little bit late, and Ibrahimovic maybe anticipated the challenge. Juve players are saying now.
I think it's a foul. Dybala manages to get his foot in the way, but Ibrahimovic is already lining up for the shot. And as he's about to pull the trigger, just have a look at the left leg. Dybala puts it in front. He's about to pull the trigger, just have left leg. Dybala puts it in front. No doubt Ibra gives him a kick. And he wins the foul, even better.
Dybala might just have made contact as that leg came across with his knee, but they don't think so. Look at Bonucci.
Now this is Çalhanoğlu territory. Has had renewed confidence.
This season. We saw the efforts in the previous round against Torino when he came off the bench and turned the quarter-final. Can he draw first blood in the semi-final first leg? On his line. It was Decilio.
It was Decilio, wasn't it? Was laid out behind the wall.
Rotten free kick anyway. Hernandez with the throw. Ibrahimovic making a nuisance of himself. It's Benacer and Rebic making a nuisance of himself. It's Benacer and Rebic. Was back there defending. Ismail Benacer. Dybala shoulder to shoulder, then he got caught. Hernandez, and it's getting very tasty now.
Theo Hernandez wants a booking for Dybala for the challenge. However, Theo, you're not the referee. I don't know who he is, so let him referee the game. But I have to say, I thought it was a foul. That's why he's getting. It's not shoulder to shoulder. However, that's a foul all day long. Benacer has just been barged out the way. But of course, what you then don't go and do is get yourself into trouble, and that's exactly what Theo Hernandez has done. And here's the wretched free kick. You're right, not even on target.
It was a multi-challenge by Theo Hernandez. I don't think we're going to see another And Ishbala was annoyed that he didn't get a free kick a little bit further up the pitch.
Pioli, that's right, I think so. Well, hello, Valeri. His notebook is filling up.
It's called in possession by Ibrahimovic. Licht. 50 seconds to go. Alexandro. Ronaldo, oh, lovely. Dropped his shoulder and went the other way. Ricardo. He's on the edge of the box. Here's Ronaldo. Gishilio to Ibala. Off the ball for Ramsey now. Quadrado's down on the edge of the D.
Collision with Calabria, and Quadrado certainly. Collision with Calabria, and Quadrado certainly holding his face. There we see him trying to. Oh, he's actually guessing all that. Does the arm come up as well? It does slightly, doesn't it?
Oh, Quadrado's definitely made a meal of it. It's just a moment. Yellow card for Pioli. Instructions for Rebic. He's lucky he got away with it. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure the eye is that hurt. Watch this.
Oh, there's no doubt there's a bit of force in that. It's not swinging, but it certainly is more than firm. But somehow he gets away with it.
The shoulder. Yeah. To that minute of stoppage time. It's got Tecci, but that Tecciness from Milan had stopped Juve going from third gear into fourth because they weren't moving up into cruise control.
You're right, you need to disrupt them any way you can.
Moving up into cruise control.
You're right, you need to disrupt them any way you can, and that's what's happened.
Ibala, so fleet of foot and takes a return from Ramsey. Guides to Ronaldo. Shot that any sort of power and Cher took what steam it had off it. Pjanic. Tweedy. They certainly haven't been as powerful down their left as we expected, and certainly nowhere near as powerful as Milan have been down there.
يلا شوف من أقوى التطبيقات الرياضية في الشرق الأوسط. تم تصميم التطبيق بمميزات عديدة ومباريات. تم تصميم.
He could get across and cover Cristiano Ronaldo. No free kick given. One back by Ismail Benassa, the former Arsenal player. Decent tempo to the game. Looks like an intriguing semi-final lies ahead on the evidence of the opening 6 minutes. Certainly.
من خلال الترتيب حسب البطولة أو حسب توقيت المباريات، بالإضافة إلى إخفاء
902, Paolo, and his grandfather, of course, was a terrific player for Milan. On the bench for an attacking midfield player. I wonder if we'll see the likes of Rabiot or Higuain come on in the second half for Juve. We don't need to chase the tie.
No, they don't. I think those two you mentioned, maybe Bentancur as well, they would certainly be the options for Maurizio Sarri. But Milan, well, need to make sure they're in the tie going into that second leg. They certainly are at the moment, but can they take a chance? That's what they need.
His bench is certainly the stronger bench. Purely has Bonaventura on the bench and one or two players like that. And I think Rafael Leao's on their bench as well, but I think it's a stronger Juventus bench should they want to change, because the players come out for the second half. Are you seeing any changes down? There's Ibra, of course. Called him Zlatan. Just call him the Great One. He calls himself that. Why not?
The King.
Bonucci, the hard one. And here's the referee, Paolo Valeri, the strange one. And we're going to get off in the second half. Not quite. Two cautions. Ramsey certainly befuddled. Off we go in the second half then, with Milan in the red and black striped shirts, kicking from left to right. They had more chances, but Juve had more of the ball, and Milan on the attack straight away. And Çalhanoğlu tries to keep it in play. He's done well, and it's going to be a throw, and Hernandez will take it very quickly. One of the stars of the first half, that's for sure. Going down that left-hand side, gets the ball back from Benassa and gives it to the former Arsenal youngster. And gives it to the former Arsenal youngster. And the cross comes in looking for Ibrahimovic. He looked stooped, and Ramsey will bring it away with confidence. Such a fine player. You know, the FA Cup, of course, in England. Ramsey finalist when he was a very young boy at Cardiff. Cuadrado back to Dybala. Eased away. Lovely skill by Çalhanoğlu. Kessier. Club. This is a chance here then for Rebic. Once again, Buffon is called upon to make a big save.
Another chance for Milan. They just can't take them. Rebic, he knows, he claps his hands together there, because that was the best of them.
4 saves in the game now by the 41-year-old Buffon. 26 trophies in his career. Another who comes from a family of very good footballers. I was saying earlier, his uncle, I beg your pardon, Lorenzo, was a goalkeeper for Milan back in the day. Hernandez got Claire.
Buffon again, he puffs his lips, and rightly so, because Rebic is through. All Ante Rebic can do is hit it straight at him. De Chilo couldn't get any sort of challenge on him. It's a good start again on the home side, but they just can't take advantage.
21-9. Here's the challenge. It's just a coming together. There's nothing in there. He won the cup with Parma, Buffon. Subsequently gone on to win it with Juventus 2015, 16, 17 and 18. Pjanic. Ronaldo. Oh, good spin and turn to dig out the cross. Once again by Kjaer. Sandra. Milan at the weekend technically knocked Juve off the top of the table on goal difference, though if the season ended tomorrow because of Juventus's better head-to-head some league tables in Unis. Tweedy turned into danger. He didn't know there that Castillejo was there. Ismail Benassa. Ibrahimovic. Difficult art that, the ball dropping over your body to try a volley. He's the master of it, but not on that occasion.
You're right, it is very difficult, but there's someone that can do it. It is Ibra. He's just sat up nicely. That was a great opportunity towards goal. Benacer looks up, picks him out at the far post. It's a brilliant ball, but it's a long way out, isn't it? He's been pushed wide. Worth the effort, absolutely.
And Dybala earned the free kick. I think he's learned that over his, was it now 5 years as a Juve player since the move from Palermo? That side to his game. It's a poor ball up to him. He looked very boyish when he signed for Palermo. He still looks very boyish, hasn't aged today. A little bit like yourself, Mr. Dorigo, from those days of rampaging format.
Oh, thank you very much. Unfortunately, my hair's gone, that's the problem. Whereas he still looks exactly the same, doesn't he?
Hernandez played it in inaccurately. You felt he was pulled back there. So did the referee's give it the other way, is he? Was he saying there should be a yellow card here? Karma is saying the referee.
Everyone's getting a little excited, aren't they?
Well, they're saying it was a little pullback by the Welsh international. I think that's what they were muttering darkly about, but the referee's having none of it anyway. He's taking instruction in his ear, the referee, but on we'll go, I'm sure. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Çalhanoğlu, the Turkish international, bends it in, looking for Ibrahimovic. Decent defending again by Alexandra. Yards on it. Styliaco, Çalhanoğlu, told by his manager to get a little bit busier. That's a good ball from him, and he picks out Hernandez. It's one back by Rebic, then given away cheaply. Ronaldo. Shocking pass by Ronaldo. The big battle with Ibrahimovic. Styliaco. I think it was going wide anyway, Tony.
I think so, but Buffon was taking no chances, and rightly so. Gets across. No chances, and rightly so. Gets across, and here's another giveaway, this time from Ronaldo. I'm not used to seeing that whatsoever, but Buffon with another good stop. He's been the busier, hasn't he? There's no doubt the Juventus keeper has had to make sure he's pulled off a couple of decent saves to keep Juve in it so far.
And back to Juve to finish that glittering career. He's only had 10 appearances this season thus far, has kept 3 clean sheets and conceded just 8 in those games. Juve legend and hero. Be a hero because he stayed with them after the financial relegation. Ramsey, his Pjanic, Bonucci. If Ramsey goes on to score in this game, Milan will be full of it. Here's Quadrado.
It's great for Colombian. It really is. He sends Romagnoli the wrong way. Initially, he's trying to make that run, can't get the pass through, then see you later. Just the challenge, I think, from behind. Benacer just slightly puts him off.
Scored against Atletico Madrid earlier on in the season, but not since then. It was back in September, I think. It's Kier. With a powerful header has made a present of it to Ronaldo. And once again, he's being watched by Benacer. the way of the mighty Swede at the moment.
A couple of strange bits of play there. No doubt the header was for Theo Hernandez. He got it all wrong, and then handball just made things worse.
Quadrado. Around about the 35-minute mark, the game was moving up through the gears, then it hit that bitty patch, the snarly patch between the two teams.
It is, I think, for the home side to step on the gas and try and get that goal to take a lead to Turin, but for Juve, I suppose, if they can just see it out 0-0, that'll be absolutely fine.
Rain beginning to splatter down to the camera lenses. Here's Ramsey. Quadrado's available, and there are three to hit in the middle, and Ramsey's just pulled back into the deeper position. Quadrado showed too much of it to Theo Hernandez and fouls it. There'll be a totting up that's going on in the referee's mind.
Well, he tries the trick. Unfortunately, didn't quite work. Hernandez just collapses to the floor and wins a rather pathetic free kick, but there we go.
Seems an unlikely statement once again if you ever had the opportunity, the lucky opportunity to see Milan in the pomp, but Theo Hernandez, I think, will be attracting bigger clubs. Milan, one of the biggest in the world, in their pomp, and unless they start winning things, they won't be able to keep players like that. 22. Marissa takes the tumble, no free kick given. Matuidi looks out of sorts completely. He's won that back. Ramsey's helped out. Here's Bonucci. And Ronaldo, definitely done. Top of the shoulder again, and on he goes to steer it through.
It's the wrong ball. Sandro out to the left-hand side was certainly on and free.
Colombia tried the first clearance. Simon Cher the second. That's well played by Çalhanoğlu, who knew he was going to get hit.
Collisions are plenty out there. Such a scrappy game. Just a hoo from Simon Cher. Bonucci, there's no doubt, goes for the ball genuinely, but Çalhanoğlu clever, and that's the problem for Kessie.
Don't forget the winter break finishes for Wolves against Leicester tomorrow. 7:15 for you, exclusively on 1HD and Ultimate, and then on Saturday join us at 11 o'clock in the morning for the lunchtime kick-off, Southampton against Burnley. That one's a very big game. Not that the Wolves-Leicester one isn't. Good game. That one's a very big game. Not that the Wolves-Leicester one isn't. Good game, that Wolves-Leicester match. Crossing towards Ibrahimovic. Sent away initially by De Sciglio. Dybala's done well and was crunched by Cassio. It's going to be a yellow card. That's the fourth for Milan.
Well, Kessie's got away with one or two, hasn't he? Certainly wasn't going to be given another free pass. Dybala just with his dancing feet. It's on the ball, goes past 1, 2. He sprung into life. Jet.
It's an abrasive midfield pairing, isn't it? Frank Kessie and Ismail Benasser. Here's the Ivorian again. And he got caught slumbering there. Matuidi got back at him and is available now for Alexandro. He goes the other way and wrong decision. Here's Frank Kessie. From left to right. Rebic coming in from that side. Ramsey. I have a suspicion we won't be left with 22 on the field by the end. It's really good dummy. Pjanic. One of my favourite, especially when it's like this. Dybala's done well around the corner. De Chilio in towards Matuidi. Keeper came and did well there, Donnarumma. Dybala tries to bend it beyond him, but he got back well. The 20-year-old seems to have been around forever to make the save. Castillejo. Rebic, Ibrahimovic, ripples the side netting.
So close. Rebic is lucky as well. And then he lays it off to Ibrahimovic. Close. Rebic is lucky as well. And then he lays it off to Ibrahimovic. Not the best layoff either, but he waited Ibrahimovic for it to come to his left foot. Just tries to find that near post. A good save from Buffon.
It was a good save. First viewing, I thought it had gone wide. It did so because of Buffon's right hand on the hour. Hit by Hernandez, took a little deflection, and once again Buffon had to get there.
Made more difficult because of the deflection. No doubt the ball was spinning viciously as well. Here you can see it. Quite right, take no chances. Off Aaron Ramsey.
Man of the match at the moment, I would think Gigi. Castillejo. Flipped the cross, headed away by Ronaldo, and an air kick there by Ramsey. Hernandez. Big, strong, determined. So was Ramsey. And he's just stepped up a pace. Çalhanoğlu did well. He was just up a pace. Çalhanoğlu did well. Here's Castillejo. His left cross to the far stick area. Rebic! Breakthrough! First goal in the Coppa Italia semi-final first leg goes to Milan. And it goes down to Rebic. Buffon finally beat.
They finally get some joy. Ante Rebic again scored the first goal in the Milan derby. There he is getting on the score sheet again. Good firm challenge from Çalhanoğlu. He make a proper attempt to defend the cross, and it sneaks in past Buffon. Difficult for the keeper. The angle was just too much, and Milan had their lead.
Well, you were a top-class international fullback in your day. How bad was that fullback play by De Chilio?
Passive, absolutely passive. He's got to try and attack it. Expect the unexpected. He thought his co-defender was going to head it away. Instead, ends up in the back of the net. Unforgivable.
Oh, could be massive, that. And there's going to be a change straight away for Juventus, and Ramsey is the man who is departing. And Rodrigo Bentancur comes on for him. He's sort of replaced in the starting lineup today by Ramsey in that position. He went off against Bruno at the weekend to be replaced by De Chilio. He's come on here now.
Yeah, it's absolutely like for like. Right-hand side of the midfield three. Ramsey off, Bentancur on.
I wonder if also the fact that Ramsey had the yellow card, that Milan were chasing him, weren't they, and calling the referee's attention to that, played a role in that decision. Also, one on top at the moment, Ismail Benassa. Looking for that tall, physically formidable Theo Hernandez again. At the moment, Juventus just can't get out. Dybala. They need something from this man now. It's a decent ball around the corner from Ronaldo, and he wants the return here from Dybala. Bentancur helps it on quickly to Cuadrado. Well, only as far as Alexandro, lifted back in there looking for Cuadrado. Oh, no, the referee's got to have a look at that, surely. And Albo seemed to come back and catch Cuadrado. He's gone down. The referee seems certain there was nothing amiss, but let's have a look.
The ball's come got Rebic has turned around.
Amiss, but let's have a look.
The ball's come got Rebic has turned around, and he certainly has just put his arm straight across Cuadrado. Teo Hernandez has gone to remonstrate with the Colombian, but I'm not sure what else Cuadrado's expected to do. He just collects one into his face. Rebic has stopped him chasing after the ball. No doubt he'll be referred. He'll wait. It doesn't look like Juve are going to get anything, or are they?
But earlier on, not enough for a penalty to be given in a semi-final. I'm not too sure what's going to be needed.
What do you need to do? Assault someone?
Again, why take the risk? Why take, especially this day and age now with the technology?
Yeah, but also where the ball's going. The ball is going out, towards the corner flag. Even if you then just close him down from behind, it's absolutely fine. Instead, you're just giving an opportunity. It's going out, towards the flag. Even if you then just close him down from behind, it's absolutely fine. Instead, you're just giving an opportunity to give a foul against you.
Cristiano Ronaldo. 25 minutes to go. Cuadrado. He's bustled and hustled, but the end product for Juve has been missing. He's had their better moments, actually, in the final third. Cuadrado. Bonucci. Cuadrado. Chile's away on that in the last 12 months. You won't want to get rid of the Uruguayan, though. Here's Dybala.
There's no doubt they just can't get anything going forward. Douglas Costa was back fit, and now he's injured again. Bernardeschi is missing as well, so they can't be called on from the bench. Of course, Higuain is there. At the moment, and out of sorts, Mauricio Sarri's side, and if you've watched them all season, that's exactly how they've been.
Next game is Brescia at home, and then they go to struggling Spal as Higuain warms up. And they have the away trip in the Champions League at Lyon. It's in the second week. Ronaldo. Played the percentage. The throw off share. So sorry. Chewing that old cigarette butt. Or whatever it is. Cuadrado. Moving the ball at a relatively slow pace. That's a bit better. Milan's defence set. 4 and a 3. And away it is by Alessio Romagnoli. Castillejo. Oh, judgment there by De Ligt. Ibrahimovic. Castillejo's arrived. Support arriving Çalhanoğlu. He's dropped a little bit short, and the pressure will come again on that Juve defence.
Quite right, that was so close. Bonucci in the right place, a little bit higher. Ibra was in again.
Samuel Castillejo. Çalhanoğlu had an excellent second half. Castillejo with the deft cross. And third drop back in there to get it away, and goodness me, Alexandro was napping a little bit. Good pressure there, by Castillejo. I think he's unfortunate.
It certainly is. I thought he got a piece of the ball. Alexandro took one chance after another, gets away with it, but this referee, anytime anyone protests against him, you're going to get a yellow card, and Castillo misses the next match. Here we see it again. Almost gets him on that occasion. Keeps chasing. He's fortunate. That, of course, was the problem.
So here comes the second Juve change. Castillo off and Higuain on. And attacking change, of course. The hostile whistles for Gonzalo Higuain.
Quadrado just dropped back in to that right back position, but getting forward every time he can.
Higuain had the loan spell at Milan from Juve before the loan spell with Chelsea. He was sent off from Milan against Juve. It's the whistles for the former Napoli player. Won the cup with Napoli. 20 minutes to go in the San Siro. Home side have it. Castillo has worked very hard up and down this right-hand side. He stopped Alexandra having any sort of attacking effect.
Quite right, that's a big part of push forward. He's had to certainly stay back and defend.
In Labria, Castillo got in his way a little bit. Juve ball. So impressive against Udinese, winning the first cup game in this season's run. For the evening, they beat Roma, Porta 3-1. Had that game won very early on. Is another yellow card. Well, I did warn you this was going to happen.
Yeah.
There's a red. Theo Hernandez. Booked in the first half, goes in the second.
You saw Mauricio Sarri take off Ramsey, I think, for exactly the same reason. Ramsey made a good challenge, just about got away with it, but got the hook. Hernandez has stayed on. He's made another challenge, and I think he was just slightly late. He steps on Dybala. There you can see that is dangerous, certainly worthy of a booking. And now, could that cost Milan?
The whole game could change now. With the sending off is dynamic, physical, headstrong at times, not just today. I don't think the referee had any option there. You don't. He's on a yellow card. Should he have thought first?
Well, absolutely, and you only make that sort of. Well, absolutely, you only make that sort of challenge if it's a goal-saving one. Here is the goal for Rebic. Just look how passive Castillo is. Doesn't make any sort of attempt to stop the ball at all. Watches it go into the net. Will
that red card change everything with 18 minutes to go? I mentioned that second week of Champions League matches. It's Napoli against Barcelona on the 25th at 7:15 on 3HD for the Italian clubs, and the next night Juve go to Lyon for the first leg of their tie. Rabiot comes on, and that shout is about to come on as well. He'll fill in, of course, on the left-hand side, will the shout?
Yes, he's sacrificed, unfortunately, Rebic. He's off. The shout will go and play in Hernandez's position. I'm not surprised that Matuidi's off either, and Rabiot coming on. Matuidi's never quite looked right all evening long.
Didn't look fit.
Quite looked right all evening long.
Didn't look fit at all, did he? Here's Costa. That's Sandra rather to Ronaldo. Here is Rabiot. Such a waste of a season last season, Rabiot, when he fell out of favour at PSG. Didn't get a game. Madrado, Bentancur. That's a foul. Higuain.
It's the stare. Don't bother staring at the referee. Only one start. Juventus players frustrated.
The side has not been at its best today, nor in recent weeks. The pressure will ramp up if they lose this. It will ramp up if they lose this. Calabrian headed away by Big Bonucci. Impressed with him today. What about you, Tony?
Yes, Castillo has been very good in. He's going to get goals from Ronaldo. We know is scoring every single week. We need the great man to step up again, but it hasn't been a vintage performance, not even an average one. Milan have been good.
Ronaldo turned 35 a few days ago. Can't do it all himself. A few days ago, can't do it all himself. Rich caught there by Rabiot.
Well, if you think in the first half it's just one shot on target, that says everything. That's just not like Juventus.
Free kick. Oh, it was testing for the goalkeeper from Romagnoli, but Buffon stepped in. To see now about Juventus. Dybala. Bentancur to his left. Pjanic was there as well to his right. Here's Cuadrado. The cross into the penalty area. Deflected away. It's a corner.
Now they're playing with some sort of urgency at least, but should have started this quite a bit earlier.
Sharper on to fill in for the sent-off Theo Hernandez. Off life as a left winger. In more recent times has been a regular left wing back. Cross curling away and headed further out. Zlatan back in there doing defensive duty. Now here's Cuadrado. Higuain. And Alexandro finds Dybala. Alexandro finds Dybala. Cross deep to the far stick, and Delic, was that the right option? Higuain thinks not. It would have been very difficult for him to get the header across.
It's a poor header though, it really is. You shouldn't have tried to go for goal, try and steer it back to one of your teammates. There were two or three making the attempt. They could have knocked it in, but it's not going Juve's way in that last third whatsoever.
On the planet the last 20 years, you prefer longer than that really. Two big egos. This is the one that's on top at the moment in this game.
Yes, it certainly is, and he's that focal point, isn't he, for Milan's attack. He still wins things in the air, brings it down, bring others into play. Even at half pace he can still play, can't he?
You can't rule Ronaldo out, can you? And he's hovering there to the left of your picture. Rabiot, Bonucci, Ronaldo. Wanted the contact, I think, from Castillejo. They didn't come. Here's De Ligt. Cuadrado. Look at that Milan defence again. Well organised, well drilled by Pioli. Dybala. Rabiot. It's Alexandro. Higher up the pitch than we've seen him before today, and he drills the ball at Calabria.
Good defending, but just Juve's attack ponderous, don't they? They allow Milan to get back and set in their defensive position.
Dybala will take it. Just over 11 minutes left. Out it swings. Out from the back was De Ligt, and another header plops wide.
It's not a bad chance. Climbs up really well. Just then expect to at least steer it on target. On target. Simon, I think, just about does enough to put him off, but what a great header.
Castelletto goes off, and the player is on a yellow card. Comes Salamakers. Alexis Salamakers, Belgium under 21 international, who's just signed on loan from Anderlecht. They do have an option to sign him permanently. He played 13 minutes. Slightly more defensive right-sided player. Chip towards the far post. Because have got up there now. Here's a chance for Rabiot to bring it away. Chased by the young Belgian.
Salamakers now needs to make sure he gets back on that right-hand side, works hard.
Alexandra washed higher and higher up the pitch.
Casio certainly has played very well, but I think they'll be delighted now to see this 10 minutes out with this 1-0 lead intact.
All tide could turn if Juve get one. The away goals count double at this stage of the competition. A slip by Cuadrado. Dybala bounced up off Higuain's arm. I still think that's a daft application of the handball law. Needs to be looked at again.
Yeah, it's just popped up. The arm was slightly away from the body, but it's not going Juve's way, or Higuain's.
Second and third, look at it, it was more of a blatant.
Yeah.
Second and third, it was more of a blatant.
Yeah. That one is. Oh, Donnarumma's down as well. It's all happening. To think these two semi-finals, before they started, Inter were certainly heavy favourites, as were Juve. They may end up both sides 1-0 down, going to that second leg, making it very difficult for themselves.
Can he lead Inter with a goal yesterday? Fabian Ruiz. Ibrahimovic.
Offside.
Yeah, he
just
had a
coming
look,
back.
He?
But that's what they do well. If they can at least hit him under his chest or his thigh, you can see just offside. Cuadrado, I thought, very close to playing him on, but he just holds it, brings others into play. Nothing bounces off him. Great control.
Juve simply haven't had that player to hold it up. Dybala's worked harder in a deeper role.
He's been busy, but he's gone deep. They just can't get much joy in this area of the pitch.
Ronaldo might do now. He'll let fly from there. Blocked by Simon Kjaer. So Rabiot. On the Cup and the League, of course, with PSG on many an occasion. Dybala again trying to worm his way through. Towards Higuain to try and hold it up, forced on again by Dybala. Lumped out by Çalhanoğlu. He's playing in a much deeper role now since the sending off. They've become more conservative. Now towards Frank Cassette. Firm in the closing moments, Milan. Rabiot. It's come all the way through Juventus a chance. They're being chased back in there by Çalhanoğlu. Dybala. How many times have we seen him curl it in from